Hello and welcome to Take Refuge 3D with me, Peter. Welcome back, and if you're new here, then welcome. And this video is just an update for my plugin that I released in 2024, I believe, Matcaps Forever. And I haven't updated it since I released it because it just worked. And I initially made it to make matcaps for plasticity and ZBrush and things like that, just so you could, make them on the fly. But I've completely overhauled it since the last time. So it was very simplistic before, and I would say it was just more or less just a toy, although you could start to get going somewhere. Now I've completely overhauled it, and we'll just start from top to bottom and we'll go all the way down and we'll just have a look. But here's some examples of some matcaps that I've just generated making this. So as you can see, the quality is very high. Like these ones are great for sculpting and modeling. And if I just turn on this forklift, you'll see that's great for modeling. And pallet jack rather. And there's other ones that are great for viewing the highlights of things. So as we work our way around this, we can see the highlights on the eye and everything like that and across the nose. And there's other ones that are like sort of almost like sky photography. So let's get into it. So when you press generate matcap, it's going to completely clear your scene, which it used to do before, but now it gives you a little warning. It says generating a matcap will delete all objects in the current scene and switch the render engine to cycles. You will only be asked once per file or session. So I want to delete this little head I made. And now we are presented in cycles. Now, it does work a little bit in Eevee, but every time you click generate, it's going to go back to cycles. So up the top here, we've got these preset settings, and they're set to random. Okay. And we can set this to random as well. I think it was from a previous session. So every time we hit generate matcap, it's just going to come up with a new design. Okay, based on a bunch of random values. And you'll notice that the quality, if you've previously owned it, is a lot higher when we generate random matcaps, because I've honed it a lot to, sometimes you're going to get stuff like this. I kept in some random values just in case you get something that you like, but I have really refined the engine to make everything seem more intentional. Now you can make it even more intentional by choosing a type of lighting. So we've got all of these different ones. So we've got studio lighting here. Okay. And we've got this button here called adaptive lights. So on glossy and metallic materials, it's going to change the brightness and the scale of the lights according to the roughness level. So if I change this roughness again, and I generate, you'll notice that does something different there. So it kind of just adapts them to the size so we can get more on the rim and things like that. Anyway, we'll keep adaptive lights on for now, and we're going to go down and we've got ambient, which creates an ambient sort of matcap. And it does play with the values of all of basically everything here a lot. So you're going to get very random results, but we can refine this. And then we've got dramatic, which gives you these more sort of dramatic sort of matcaps with light coming in and things like that and shadows. And then we've got moody two-tone, which will generally give you these kind of two-tone matcaps where we can have complementary opposing colors. And you can do a whole bunch with this as well. And I especially like some of the diffused results that come out here. Then we come down, we've got horizon glow. Okay. Now that was set on diffuse before. So this is not always going to look like this. So when we go generate matcap on this, it's going to get rid of that diffuse, because with a horizon glow, what we're looking for is a glow along the horizon. Okay. So we can generate the matcap. And as you notice, sometimes it adds in a floor plane. We can turn that on and off, and you can lock it, which I'll show you. But you can see that we can get these sort of, and these are great for viewing highlights, these kind of matcaps here. So, and then Below that, we've got Saturn Sunrise. So we can generate this Matcaps here. And this is a little bit random, but if you keep clicking the button, you're going to get some pretty good modeling Matcaps. Okay. And then refining on this Saturn Sunrise, I've got this above the cloud setting. So we can generate Matcaps and we get this sort of above the cloud setting. And this has got a procedural sky, which comes from all of our textures in here are procedural. So this is very lightweight. So at the moment it's set to noise, but let's say I wanted to make this a courtyard. We can make this tiles. Okay, we could change the texture scale. And now we've got a lock. We can pretty much lock every setting if we want to. So I can lock the floor plane on, and I can lock the floor plane to tiles, and I can continue to generate random Matcaps. And let's say I like that texture scale, I'm going to lock that texture scale, and I'm going to keep generating Matcaps until I find something that I like, right? Say for example this, and that's how that works. Now we've got different materials as well. So if we just go back to random, we can go to diffuse. Okay, and this is going to generate diffuse Matcaps. Okay, so more for modeling and things like that. And there is a random element here, and the roughness scale will be up or down. So if we wanted that to be more diffuse, we could bring it in like that. And this would be a great sort of modeling Matcap. It's not too dark, not too many shadows, and it's not too reflective, right? So we can keep generating. Then we've got glossy material, right? You might want to use this in some cases to get this glossy. I'm going to unlock these and make sure that this is all random. Okay, but this is going to give these sort of porcelain-y type things, and it's randomly taking from the different lightings, but it's also sometimes just randomly generating arbitrary lighting as well. And so we can keep generating. We've got glossy, we've got metallic, which is going to give these more metallic values. And then we've got dark, which generates sort of a darker tint on our Matcap. Now, some of these presets will, like, so for example, Horizon Glow is always going to have like a roughness above a certain level, so we don't get stuff like this. And it's always going to have a high metallic value, so we don't get stuff like this, right? So just bear that in mind, that these presets are very intentional and designed in a certain way. So if you're wanting more random stuff, but this is just a good place to get you started, right? As we go down, we can stick our floor plane back on, and I'm going to bring the roughness down, and let's just go to Moody Two-Tone. And you can see, and let's just like lock the floor plane, and we can now change the, let's turn and maybe just bring the roughness up a little bit. Okay. All right, I want to get something. Okay, so we've got these floor plane in here. So now we can choose all these different textures. Previously, we just had plain and checker. Okay, now I've got a grid. Okay, so this is really good for doing showrooms. If you bring the texture scale down, this is almost getting like a showroom vibe, especially if we were using a different lighting setup like Horizon Glow. And we can bring the roughness down, and we get the sort of showroom setup. Okay. And I'll just randomize the lighting. I didn't cover that, but we can randomize the lighting. We'll go back to Moody Two-Tone. Okay, and then we've got tiles. Okay, we can, I'm just going to bring the roughness right down so you can see what's going on here. We can bring the scale up, and we've got this sort of tiled floor. So this would be great for courtyard kind of vibe, alleyways, stuff like that. Stripes, which is really great when you've got a bit of roughness in there. It gives a little bit of extra reflection at the bottom. We can also change the tint of the floor. So if we wanted to have turquoise stripes, we could go like that. Or if we wanted to have red stripes, we could go like that. Okay, so this is really, it's working. But as you can see, this is a actual material. Okay, that is picking up from those lights. So what else have we got? We've got dots. Okay, and if you bring the scale of this right up, you can kind of get this sort of almost like a concretey vibe or like pebbled road style. And then we've got noise, which is great for clouds. And we can also just set this to random. So every time we generate a new Matcap, it's going to give us a different floor with different texture scales as well. Okay, so coming down, we can change the tint of the material. Okay, so the material is actually got a color to it. Okay, so you can also lock that if you'd like to and edit it around. We can bring the brightness up, the value. You can use all your normal color. And obviously we got roughness and metallic here. Okay, we got world properties. Okay, so depending on which mode you're using, we can also add a sky texture in here, and we can use all the single scattering, multiple scattering, pretham, and maybe let's just change to above the clouds for this one, and Hosick, and then you can play with all the settings as you would normally be able to do, as you might have seen in the animation at the beginning of this video. Okay, so going on from there, this part, not much has changed apart from the fact that you can now turn all these lights on and off. So for example, in above the clouds, they're all going to be turned off by default. In other modes, they will randomize as well. So you can turn them on. You can also lock them. You can change the colors, the strength, the size. And then the save directory is the same as before. Okay, we can, let's say we like this one, we can hit render Matcap, right? And it's going to render the Matcap. Okay, we've got our new Matcap. We can set our save directory. I'm going to set it to my plasticity Matcaps folder. Okay. I'm going to accept that. Okay, and I'm going to call this one airplane window. Okay, and now we've got this new button here to make a 128 pixel thumbnail PNG. So if plasticity, for example, requires a thumbnail as well as an EXR, right? So it does a 1024 EXR and a 128 pixel PNG. If you turn this off, they're both going to be 1024. So we can hit that, we can hit save Matcap, and it's going to automatically feed it into that save directory. It'll take a little moment. So it's saved airplane window, and what you'll notice here is it's done an underscore between here, because plasticity, for example, doesn't like spaces, so the thumbnail won't work. So if you accidentally put spaces, it's automatically going to append an underscore into the name when you save it. So over in plasticity, I can restart plasticity, and that's automatically been included in there. So now if we just bring a sphere into the scene, we can see that that's our Matcap in plasticity, and now it's working on this as well. So this one be pretty good for seeing general curvature of the certain objects and things like that. So that's really handy as well. And the thumbnail's not taking up heaps of space. It's only 128 pixels. So the thumbnails are tiny. So if you wanted bigger thumbnails or you just wanted to use the PNG, you could use you could turn that toggle off. And that's about the summary of it, if I'm honest. There's a lot of changes. The fact that you can lock everything, I think is great. So let's say I like this texture scale of the clouds and I like this level of roughness. Okay, and make it a little bit more metallic. Let's turn this key light off, and we're on above the clouds. We can set this to random, and now we can just randomize the lighting. Okay, let's say I like that sky texture. I can just lock the world properties. Okay, and I can keep generating Matcaps, and that sky is going to stay fixed. So super handy in that way. So I've got that sky, but I can keep generating, and I'll randomize the lighting, up the roughness, and then I've got another Matcap. I can even change the side that the sun's on if I want to, and so on and so forth. So look, it's up on Gumroad and it's up on SUPERHIVE. So go ahead and get it. If you already own it, then the update is free, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Tschüss.